Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over 5 primary weapons that I want to see get some Incarnon adapters. Now, some of these weapons you will probably definitely see coming. Others you may be like, wow, I totally forgot about that. So, if you liked the video, be sure to leave a like. I will be also including some runner-ups at the end of the video, just in case one that you really like didn't make my list. But other than that, enjoy the video. And the first weapon we're going to discuss is the Tigris. Yes, the Tigris. Who remembers this gun? This gun used to be everywhere back in the day, early years of Warframe. Everybody was like, want to buy Sancti Tigris. Then the Tigris Prime came out and improved everything about it. This is a weapon that is long forgotten, definitely needs to be brought back into the meta, and I'd love to see what DE could possibly do with this weapon, especially considering what they were able to do with the Strun and its Incarnon form. As far as what I think maybe they could potentially make the Tigris do, I would obviously increase the ammo mag, give it maybe 2, 3 times as much ammo. And, it already has like a ton of slash. Maybe it could shoot out some projectile that maybe isn't AoE, but like a wave of blades. Something really cool. If you've got an idea of what the Tigris could do, I would love to read about it in the comment section. So leave a comment on what you think the Tigris Incarnon form could do. The next weapon is going to be the Simulor. Oh yeah, another classic. Has anybody ever seen this weapon in the last 5 years? Absolutely not. This weapon is so old. It used to be the meta. I mean, the meta. Spamming this back in the OG defense series Draco XP Farms. Those were the days. And I know this doesn't have like a typical headshot acquisition that normal Incarnon forms are triggered by, but nonetheless, I would love to see this weapon get brought back. Now, there is no Prime and there is no Vandal version, but this weapon does actually have a faction variant under the Cephalon faction in the Syndicate. But yeah, this weapon is so classic to me, and I had to put this on my list because I really miss this weapon. Now, following that, the next weapon on my list is going to be the Penta. Anybody ever use this gun? Has it ever been good? Absolutely not. I've never seen anyone run this. I've never run this. It's got 3 different variants. This one, the Paragon Sequence, and a Carmen Penta Wraith variant. I have both of those, and I've never even touched them because I try using them, and it's just terrible. The weapon is terrible. It needs some help, big time. So that's why I put that Penta on the list. It's already a grenade launcher. If they don't give it some sort of like Lich variant, then maybe they can add an Incarnon adapter to it. As far as what it could possibly do, make the explosions bigger, just make the weapon better. It needs some help big time. For the next weapon, we're going to talk about the Dara. The Dara is a classic weapon. You see all the Orokin enemies running around with this thing. It looks like a railgun, and that's exactly what I want this thing to turn into with an Incarnon adapter. It's sort of a rifle at the moment, but if they add in an adapter and then it turned into a charge up railgun, hitting some gnarly red crits, because it's already got terrible crit chance, and if the Incarnon gave it just an absurd amount of crit, I think it would be a really cool new Incarnon weapon, and I'd love to see DE tackle this gun because it is also a forgotten weapon that could definitely use some love and a adapter. And the final weapon before the runner-ups is going to be the Gorgon. The Gorgon is also a Orokin used weapon by the enemies. However, it is not bad, but it's not special. It's just like any other rifle in the game. Its stats are decent. It's got multiple variants. It's got a Wraith version. It's got a Prisma version. there's nothing inherently wrong with this gun, and there was nothing wrong with the Boltor, but they gave it an Incarnon, and it got a lot better, and I think the Gorgon could definitely benefit from getting a Incarnon and making this weapon significantly better than what it currently is. Now, there are some weapons on the list that I did not include because A, I wanted them to be a runner-up or an additional potential, or they are infested or specifically corpus weapons that could potentially get Lich variants in the future as well. One of the runner-ups is the Lens. This was a classic meta-defining weapon that has since been replaced with power creep and significantly better archetype bows or just overall better AoE weapons in general. I would like to see this get an Incarnon. The Sobek is also an extremely good shotgun. There's nothing wrong with it, but if it got an Incarnon, I think a lot of people would be happy. It would be interesting to see what DE could do with this weapon. And the last runner-up is the Tigris. Now, they're doing the Zylok currently, and I'm very looking forward to that, but the Tigris could also potentially use a better variant in the form of an Incarnon. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, leave it a like, hit subscribe. I will be reviewing more Warframe content, including the Incarnon weapons for the next 4 weeks and beyond. Stay tuned for 2 more videos about this. I will be reviewing secondary Incarnons I want to see and melee Incarnons I want to see. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and take care.